What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ri-Fi. Right here, we're gonna do a little tutorial. So if you're used to watching my vlogs, you might not want to watch this unless you particularly want to edit your music. I get a lot of things from dancers asking me if they can if I can edit their music for them. I used to do it a lot back in the day. I used to do some really crazy stuff. But I've been focusing a lot on video, but I still get requests to edit music. So I figured, hey, why don't I put something up on the internet that'll help you guys edit your own stuff, and you guys can go about doing your dance in a much more professional way. Right now we're going to use the Mac. We're going to use Garageband later on. Maybe in another video, I'm going to show you how to do it on PC. I don't have a PC, but I have a program that's compatible with both Mac and PC, so you would be able to do it, all of you other users out there. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're gonna close this, and we're gonna open any of these, doesn't really matter. Right here, you're gonna type in the name of your dance, because what's gonna happen is when you export it, it's going to end up in your iTunes. But yeah, we're gonna delete this. And I already placed my music that I'm gonna use over here on the desktop, but if you don't have it there, you can go to your iTunes and simply drag the actual MP3 from your iTunes over onto your desktop, and it should show up right there. So we're just going to import this by simply dragging it over into your edit window. It's going to import and convert it so it can be edited easily. Now you want to make sure that the song is right at the beginning, and we are going to play. It's my jammin' jam. My jammin' jam.
I know you like one
Oh, snap, it's my jammin' jam.
What the hell is this, right? I guess you
Okay, this is
right
long.
now.
When I wake up in the morning. Oh, not that song. Okay. So that whole intro is pretty annoying. Maybe keep the Saved by the Bell thing, maybe not. For this case, we are going to keep it. Now, how I go about doing that is I come down here to the bottom left corner of GarageBand where it says View and Hide Track Editor. You want to open up your track editor just simply by clicking it. Now, what you have here is you have, it's more of a magnified area of where you can do your edits to your song. Over here, you can do pitch, enhanced tuning, and enhanced timing, all of these spots. But those only are for the loops. Don't try to import something and change the timing or the pitch here, because you can't. There's another good program for changing the timing, the speed, and everything, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So we want to go to where the Saved by the Bell thing comes in. So we're going to jump up over here. You can see it. You can see where the Saved by the Bell stuff comes in, and it's right around there. Really, it's just to look at, like, these are actual audio waves, so you could see where it's quiet, there's a loud thing here, there's a loud thing here, loud thing here, and then it gets quiet, and then a loud annoying bell sound, and then this huge thing right here is the bass tone. This is where it's going to go boom, and then it's going to go move if you want it. So we want to clip right to this area right here. So you could either, like right here, it works out perfectly where this little rectangle here is going to get filled up and I can just delete that. But trust me, things don't ever go that easily. So I'm going to go up to Control and I'm going to undo Snap to Grid. Now what this allows me to do is that I can just freely move my cursor around this edit window without having it to snap to the certain little marks, like here, here, and here. So I'm going to drag this over and see how your track turns white. What you don't want is you don't want to cut off the clip. You see how it starts to cut off this bell sound right here? You want to bring it right to before it, right there. Now you know that everything before this little bell sound is going to be deleted. So all you can do is you can hit delete on your keyboard and it disappears. Voila. Everything before that you're getting rid of, so you can highlight it up here or you can highlight it down there, down in your edit window, and hit delete. Now I'm going to bring the track over to the beginning of the track, and you just pull it over and it slides over all fancy and fast and stuff. Now, a quick tool in GarageBand is to hit the return key. When you hit the return key, your cursor jumps to the beginning of the song. It's an easy way to go back to the beginning just to see what you're doing and to see how your mix is turning out. and spacebar will play your track. Now we have the track starting right off at the bell, which is what we want. But let's say right here, the song gets a little repetitive, and all it does is that it changes the drum pattern a little bit. So let's listen. You see where that happened? It happened right about here. I'm good. Okay, so that's where we want to do our edits. You can see that your edit window tracks to the same spot that you're clicking up here in your track window. So for this sake, because everything looks the same, I'm going to make the edit window a little bit larger by dragging this to a zoom level. And see how it zooms. Oh, look at that. But your cursor stays put. That's so awesome. Okay. Now here, you want to keep the part before the cursor, but you want to delete the part after the cursor. So all you have to do is you have to keep your edits very small so that you don't eliminate a lot of the musicality of what you're editing. So right here, you can see it's pretty silent. Like there's pretty much nothing going on right here. So if you could delete a small portion of that, like literally that small, and delete. Now you have two separate tracks, and now you have freedom to edit, move, and switch things around. Let's make this larger again and take a listen. All right, so notice here how he has his line before the 8 count finishes out. So, oh wait, some of you, hopefully if you're dancers, you'll know when your 8 count is supposed to finish. But, because you want to keep his little part of the rap in instead of just jumping to the middle of his verse, because then it won't really make sense. The words will come in halfway through him saying something, and I don't know, that would just annoy me. I don't know if it would annoy anyone else. So let's try to find that spot.